Alright. Hey guys, this is Sherry from Sip and Silk with a home tutorial on how to do a rose wreath. Now today we're going to be doing a purple rose wreath, but we're going to change out. This is the same process for any color we do. So everybody's got a wreath form with an extensions of a inner form in between here with these pipe cleaners. So we're going to put that aside for a minute. I'm going to show you how to make each one of the petals that go on here. I'm going to start on this one. We're going to start with a purple and a white. So depending on what color wreath you choose is going to depend on what color you're going with. But you get the purple and the white together there. The white and the inside, I tend to believe is the way to go. And then we're going to pull up on this and create an arc that goes completely around like that. So we're going to squeeze it off to the middle there. It's going to have a good sized tail on that because we've squeezed it off enough to make an arc that comes horizontally across. Let's take a twist on that. We're going to wrap it 2 or 3 times around. Pretty nice and tight because there's no the best way is to put a twist on it and then to start twisting the actual deco mesh, because then that's kind of like a tourniquet on it, so it creates that kind of thing. So we're going to do those. I believe that we need, let me see, 51 sets of these is what you're going to go with. But I will tell you how to do the center first, because that's kind of important. So we're going to do the same thing, purple, white. They should be about the same size. However, sometimes some of us cut different sizes. So we fold diagonally. Put the purple and the white together. Fold diagonally across the top. Squeeze that in together. Now on the center, that's how we make our regular petals. But in the center, we're going to fold this side down towards the bottom to meet in the actual, the bottom where we're going to put our twist tie on. And then also we pull this one around and create and actually go around the back so that we get like a nice little bud. It's the bud of a flower right there. And we're going to twist that together. Again, if I twist the deco mesh, it will really tighten up on that quite a bit more than I could with leverage on my own. So we have that. We start with that. That goes in the middle of our project. So once you have tied up all your other 52, we're going to start with this one in the center. We're going to wrap it around a few, at least a few, if we can, to place this in the center as much as possible. Now keep in mind it's going to get filled up pretty well, so we're going to have plenty of room to kind of maneuver them around and move. So they're going to look a little sloppy when they first go in, but that's okay. Now there are 6 spokes that go around this inner center here. We're going to put one of these little sets that we made on each one of those. It's kind of easier to work with it from the back, so if you can do that, that works best. So we get 2 sets on there. Now again, it takes a while for them to start to form in a way that looks interesting. Pull the back on that. And tie that on. Again, another few twists, and that's fine. I am wearing these black gloves today because my hands are absolutely hideous from working with some alcohol inks earlier today. So this is not because you need to wear gloves while you're doing this process. It's because you do not want to see what my hands look like underneath here. Hope you're all doing good on this home quarantine kind of thing. keeping yourselves busy. This is a great Mother's Day project, something to work on while you have all this spare time, and maybe make for your mom or your grandmom, something like that, a wreath for their house. So again, we're going to tie one around each of these inner spokes. That's 6. We're going to do another layer. Don't worry about the way that they actually fall on there. Just get them secured on there with 2 to 3 twists, and they're going to kind of overlap each other. So we're going to start with the center, and it goes around like that. Keep going. So 2 rings around. 2 rings around. 1 in the center, 1 on each of these around, that's 6, and then a second one around, that's 6. When we get to this section of the wreath, we're going to go with 3 on each one between these crossbars. So 3, 6, 9, and then the same thing. So it's 18 around on this one. We skip 1 rung and go 18 around on that one. So it's going to start to get really full and colorful and a lot of texture. But when you first start putting them on, don't worry that they look a little sloppy, because they will. As you go around, you can kind of tuck these ends in, but don't even worry about that until we get everything on there, because they're going to kind of move around this way and that way until we get a bunch on together. So we'll let you work on that. Again, the one in the center, so we folded the different fold, and 6 around and 6 around on these inner spokes. Then 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So like that. We're gonna So in all, we have a count of 31. The inner bud, 6 around the middle spoke section, and then another 6 around, and then 3 on each of the first metal wire frame. So the first section of them, 3 in each section between the posts. So that'll be 31 altogether. And that's the full rose flower. That's for any color. Now we're going to go ahead and start making some of these, which are the leaves. So excuse my fingers, by the way. I did take those gloves off, and this is why I had them on before, because I got quite a mess going on there. If you can hold on to one set like this, we're going to do this in 3. So we're going to make 3 sets of 3. If you hold that with your other fingers, make it into a triangle, fold the one end in, and then the other end in, grab them together, and kind of hold both of those together if you can. If you can't, use one of the hide cleaners to tie them off individually. But you're going to basically make 3 sets of 3. And fold in, and in, creates that kind of shape. When we have all 3 of them, we'll put those together. Just painting with some alcohol inks earlier, that's why my hands look terrible. And we do have those to-go projects as well, alcohol inks, embossed metal. They're all pretty cool. So if you try to get that curl going towards the front, that works the best. And then we're going to take and we're going to put 1 in every other section, so that'll be 3. 1, skip 1, 2, skip 1, 3, skip 1. So we can just take this in on the second from the end and just go ahead and wrap that around that part of the wreath form. And turn outward like that, and then that's their look. Now you can arrange this flower. Once it gets full, as you can see, that it's easier to maneuver and manipulate all of the petals exactly the way you want them. If you see any ends sticking out, you can just push them back in. If you have any kind of frayed edges, like something like this, you can either pull it out or use the scissors and give it a little trim after you're done. Usually best time is once you hang it up, because then anything that's loose or fraying will have already come undone and you can kind of clean it up. So again, we're going to make 3 sections, 3 of these. Over there. 1 piece, so it's not 2 like we did with the petals. Both corners fold in, grab that together. So we have these wreaths available in the purple, like we did today, purple with the white below. We have a pink, an orange, and a yellow. Okay, all 3 together. 1 tie. Like I said, if you need to, you can just go ahead and tie them off individually if it's hard for you to get them together. Just make sure it goes on nice and tight so that they stay. And then you can kind of manipulate them into place. Give it a few twists around. The second from the outermost ring that's on the form. And those leaves can also be manipulated around as well. And just one more.